Eric, we've had a great flight here. This is fun. Now we need to put everything away, but we need to do it in a logical, stepwise manner as we did getting ready. One thing I would like you to think about here is we used the transmitter. We had new batteries in here when we started, and it was at 6.7 volts. I'd like you just to turn it on. The aircraft is shut off. Turn it on and tell me what the transmitter voltage is.
It is 6.5.
6.5, okay. The fail-safe on this is 4.7, but we never fly below 5.2. The batteries will weaken, the signal will weaken as the battery degrades. So 5.2 is what we call our fail-safe, but this transmitter will actually work till about 4.7. Okay. All right, so we don't need to change the batteries. We can leave those alone for the night.
All right.
All right, we'll just turn the antenna down here just to fit it into its case safely. All right, so now we need to take the battery out of the aircraft. That's our first job. So once again, laying the aircraft on the back, not letting the tail touch the table.
All right.
Go ahead and remove the battery, and we have a little tool here to keep you from yanking on the leads. This is a reverse ring nose plier, and what we're going to do is have you stick it in between the battery leads and then squeeze it to open it up.
All right.
All right, that way you don't have to work so hard on the leads. So you just put that in there.
Alrighty.
There you go. How easy is that?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and take the battery out just by removing the Velcro. And you can pull on the main lead. Excellent. We'll just close it up. Aircraft's good. And I'd like to also point out to you that there is a registration number on the aircraft. So this is registered with the FAA as a recreational training aircraft. Now, before we take the aircraft apart, go ahead and check the battery.
Okay.
And let's do one important thing. What's your percentage there?
It is 45%.
Excellent. Then this battery is fine to put into storage for the night. We'll fly again tomorrow. We'll charge tonight. But I need you to know what's really important here is that before we put the battery down, before we even walk away from the battery, we'll push the power lead down gently, not tight, but down gently, leaving the balance lead up, and put 2 wraps of a rubber band on it. Now, if I were to lay that down and walk away and forget whether or not that battery is any good, I'd be able to come back and recognize the battery is not to be put back in an aircraft. That's a used battery. We never walk away from a used battery in plain condition. We always put a rubber band on it, get it back in its battery box so that we don't mistakenly put it back in an aircraft. That's a common problem pilots make for themselves. All right, so just reverse by taking the rubber bands off.
Okay.
Top rubber bands, obviously. I'll take them from you. And while you're doing this, if you see any rubber bands that show excessive stretch marks, little wear and tear, anything that looks suspicious, we can pull those rubber bands out of service. Sometimes you have to horse them. Doesn't matter if you go front to back or back to front, just as long as you always take them off. There you go. Oh, and another one broke. Isn't that great? So they do wear and tear over time, and it's best to have them break on the ground than in the air. All right. All right, good. Now, we do not want to lift this lid hard. We want to lift it gently because those leads are still intact. Yes. And I need you to separate them.
All right. So just very gently?
Yeah, very gently separate them. Good. And the aircraft is ready for return to the vehicle. Our good rubber bands, we can inspect them and put them on. We lost 2 rubber bands today. I'd say we lose 2 rubber bands a week when we're flying full time.
Yes, ma'am. That's
normal. We always have a replenishment back in the bird shed, the bird's nest. All right, so we're ready to quit the day.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for flying.
Yes, ma'am. I enjoyed it.
I had a good day with you.